morning. So I just filmed the other day for putting up our Christmas tree, and I mentioned in that video that I look pretty terrible. So I'm going to say the same thing in this video. I do look pretty terrible. But this is how I wake up in the mornings. I don't do anything makeup wise. So all I've done so far is get out of bed, brush my teeth, let the dogs out, gave them a fresh bowl of water, cleaned up a huge pile of pee in our bedroom, which I'm about to show you. And now I'm getting ready to eat some donuts for breakfast. Our bed's not made, so don't worry about that. I just crawled out of it. Okay, so this is our window with our little sheet for a curtain. Someone peed in our floor. These shoes were sitting up against that wall, and someone peed on the shoes, and it ran all the way across the floor, probably about a little past the corner of the bed. And then farther out, probably about right here, there was just a huge puddle of pee sitting there. Not to mention 2 small piles of throw up. So that is what I've done already this morning, is clean all of that. So today feels like a cleaning day to me. I did want to film a YouTube video and sit down and do some editing and some YouTube stuff, but it just feels like a good cleaning day, so I'm probably going to try to start cleaning the house and then maybe do some YouTube later this afternoon, but I am going to film first, or I won't get that done at all if I don't, and I will get back with you later. This is breakfast. This is a glass of milk that I packed up for work yesterday and some donuts. So I'm just going to finish those off this morning for breakfast, but there's also a huge tub of donuts to go along with this that also need to be eaten, and unfortunately probably won't get eaten before they go stale. Just wanted to capture this on video. So I'm sitting here eating my donuts and watching a YouTuber. And this is little Hugo. Every time someone sits at the table to eat anything, he sits across from us with his little arms on the table and just watches what we're doing, because he wants to make sure he gets to eat something too. And he's so cute, isn't he? But he doesn't get anything to eat unless it's a little bite. Is that right, Hugo? Can't have anything to eat. So I'm just watching some YouTube videos right now and eating these donuts. And since I mentioned that I was watching YouTube videos, I wanted to tell you who I was watching. So this is someone that's new to me. I just subscribed to her. Her name is Nori. I'm not gonna pronounce that. Diaz? Nori Diaz. Sorry, I'm sure I said that wrong. This is her. And I've watched a video of hers before, but I don't think she talked through it. I think she just showed, I can't remember exactly. It just had music in the background. So I think this is the first one that I'm seeing her talk through, and I really am enjoying it. She's pretty good. And here's little Max begging for food as well. He's looking at this donut over here in my hand. I have my right hand holding the camera and he's looking at it. Oh, Max. And now it's Dexter's turn to beg for something to eat. And they have a big bowl of food in the other room, but no, they don't want that. No, donuts sound better. So I just finished cleaning the kitchen, which you probably just saw me do, and now I'm going to get ready to do a video for YouTube. I already have quite a few that are pretty much finished editing and ready to go up, but this is one that I wanted to throw in extra because it was a request. So right now I'm in the bathroom and I'm going to get dressed so I can look good on video. I forgot to mention to you earlier, I meant to mention this when I first turned the camera on, but I wanted to let you know what Vlogmas was, just in case you don't know, because I didn't know until about a month ago. So Vlogmas is a daily vlog post throughout the month of December. I think it goes all month long, but you can do just 24 days if you want, or just stop after Christmas Day. I think I'm going to stop after Christmas Eve, so I won't be posting on Christmas Day unless I just feel the need. Okay, so I've got as much makeup on as I'm going to put on for today. and I'm gonna start filming my contouring video that's my requested video, and I am going to put the camera on the tripod and let you guys watch me get set up, and I'll start filming. That way you can be, I'm gonna try to include you as much as I can during the filming, but I can try to show you clips from the film, but because I have to use the same camera to film as I do to vlog, it's kind of hard to film both at the same time. Just to show you a layout of the small layout of the house, so you're not confused when I'm running around, I'm gonna take you on a little tour. So right now we're in the bathroom, and this is in the very back of the house. There's one door at the end of the back of the bathroom that goes into our bedroom, which has a messy unmade bed, and then the other door to the bathroom goes back out into the hallway, and this is why I said I need to clean today. Okay, so this goes back out into the hallway. This is where I'm going to have the camera set up to watch me set up for my video, and I'm walking up the hallway now. So this is going to be the wall that I'm going to film on, because my filming room right now is messed up, and I'll show you why. So this is the hallway. This is a spare bedroom. And I'm turning around. This is our living room, foyer. There's a bedroom up there, way up there on the right, and then this goes back into the dining room, and then this is our dining room, and then where that door is open, that goes back into our kitchen. This is an easy layout for you guys so that you understand what's going on. This door here is a closet. This is a little bitty hallway where there's a really small room back there, and that's where I film in because it's at the back of the house and it's quiet. This is not our mess. The stuff on the shelves is, but the shelves and the dresser stuff is not ours. The mirror is ours. And we've just been piling stuff back here, of course, because that's how it goes. So my husband is in the middle of repairing our roof, and it has rained for the last 4 days, which means water has just poured in this room. So this is how many buckets we have set up to collect all of the water. And this is the wall that I normally film on. I just set up a vanity in here, and I need that mirror and that TV stand. And so I think I'm gonna start filming like this at that desk, if we can ever get this repaired. Okay, so now I'm going to set you up on the tripod so you can watch. We finally have it set up, and there's still a big shadow behind my head, which I was trying to eliminate. Maybe I can move this thing here. It's hot. Oh well. Now I have to look at this bright light behind the camera. Okay, so now I'm all set up, so now we'll start the video. I think we're all set up. I'm sure I'll change my mind about something in a minute. Hope the light is white and bright enough. Okay, we're gonna get started with our video now. I look terrible. Yay! Oh. Hello everyone. Okay, so I might look terrible today, but that is because I'm vlogging and I did not put the effort into getting dressed like I normally do, and I left my hair back in a ponytail because I'm probably going to be putting it back to do this tutorial anyway. So it's back to start with. Okay, this is a very special video because this video came to me as a request. Center of your nose, along with your highlight, you put a highlight color in between those two bronzed sides. Dexter, get out of that trash! Come here! Excuse me. That's dark. Oh my gosh, it's so dark in this house. Move. Okay, so I just finished I have glare in my glasses. I just finished my contour tutorial, which is the video that I was going to film for you today. I am going to try to continue to put up regular videos along with all of these Vlogmas videos. If you can see a little person in the background, that is my nephew. And my sister and my nephew just got home. They weren't supposed to be back until tomorrow, and now a dog fight is about to break out. They weren't supposed to be back until tomorrow, so they're home today. So I'm probably gonna go hang out with them for a little bit, continue to try to clean, probably edit this video because I am gonna try to get it up by Thursday. And there's the little person now. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm just vlogging. This is my full setup for my makeup. My fancy lights. My little tripod. I look so fancy, don't I? But I really have no idea what I'm doing. While I was filming my video, the mischievous dogs got into this trash bag and pulled trash out of it. So that's going to be the next thing that I get to do today, is clean up trash after I've already cleaned up pee and throw up this morning. Okay, so I'm in my dining room and I'm getting ready to sit down and do my Bible study because I have been going to a weekly Bible study program every Wednesday morning. We have 2 weeks left this month and then we're out for Christmas. We resume in January, but unfortunately I put my Bible study off till the last day or 2 days before class. So today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday morning and we go to class, so today I have to get my Bible study done if I plan to learn anything at all or be able to be active in class. So this is my Bible study book, and I just use a highlighter and a pen and my trusty phone for my Bible app because it's a lot easier to look up scripture that way than it is to thumb through the Bible. So my sister just left for a few minutes and my husband's not quite home yet, so I thought now would be a good time to get started. It's also 4:20 in the afternoon and usually I don't start till like 10 o'clock at night or something like that, so now would be a good evening time to get started on it, and then if I don't get finished, maybe I can finish later. So I told you guys that I would probably be sharing Bible discoveries with you, and I just found one. Okay, so in this Bible study, we are talking about the prophecies that are found throughout the Old Testament and throughout the New Testament. The prophecies in the New Testament are obviously, some of those are obviously the return of Jesus Christ at the end of the world. Trying to make this short and yet still explain just enough for you to understand. So I'm actually reading over my notes from the last lesson before I get started in the new lesson because I forgot to do that last week. And a lot of us have probably wondered what life will be like when we are in heaven, when we're given new bodies, and during the end of the world when, you know, Jesus comes down to take all of his people. So I'm sure we've often wondered what our bodies will be like. I have. So these notes point out, I'll read you what it says, but these notes point out that we can assume that our bodies are going to be much like Jesus's was when he was resurrected after his death on the cross. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the characteristics that he possessed, as far as like physical characteristics he possessed after he was resurrected. So it would be natural to assume that we would be similar to him. And so that's interesting. So this paragraph says, what will they be like? We're talking about our bodies. And it says we can assume that they will have, I want to make sure I'm in the frame. It says we can assume that they will have the same characteristics as Jesus' resurrected body, recognizable as belonging to the same person as before, unlimited by physical barriers, time, or space, but still having a physical form that can be seen, touched, and even fed. And it references 1 John chapter 3, verse 2. And I was already going to have the verse pulled up, but I guess I switched it. So that verse says, "Dear friends, now we are the children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." So, the most interesting thing to me about that is Well, first of all, we're going to have physical bodies because I have wondered if we will have physical bodies or if we'll just have souls, like ghosts that float around. So to me, that answers the question that yes, we will have physical bodies, but it also answers another important question, which is, will there be food in heaven? And I think the answer is yes, because it says here in the notes, of course, this isn't directly from the scripture, this is just the notes, but it says that, you know, our bodies can even be fed. And you can do some research through the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, but I believe that after Jesus was resurrected and he met back with his disciples, I'm not sure which book it's in or if it's in all four of them, I do believe he did have a meal with them after he saw them again, but I'm not for sure about that. But for some reason I'm thinking that he did have a meal with them. So therefore he was fed. And if he was fed, you know, and he looks the way that he does after resurrection, why wouldn't we carry the same characteristics or look the same? So that's really enlightening for me and makes me really happy, because food makes me so happy here on earth. You know, how could it not be in heaven? So that's some insight for you today. I'm not going to be able to stop preaching now. Okay, so I want you to think about one more thing, and this has to do with death. I know that there's a lot of people on my Facebook page who have, well, not a lot, but throughout the years, there have been a lot of people on my Facebook page who have experienced a lot of death, me included. My mom passed away this June, and my dad passed away 5 years ago. To go along with that, we've had a few other family members pass along the way. So this is something that makes me happy when I think about that. Maybe something that you've never thought of in this perspective. So this is a scripture from the Bible. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18. But I'm just going to read a couple of sentences out of there. I'm not going to read the whole passage. But if you want to look it up, it's 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18. And it says, "For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who sleep in Jesus. For this we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will by no means precede those who are asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds and meet the Lord in the air." That sounds really special to me, because if you think about how rotten the world is and how close we seem to the end of the days and how close we really might be to the rapture and to Jesus coming back, it could happen in our lifetime. We don't know. So that's interesting to me, because to think about those loved ones that have passed on, and I know that they were saved, so to think about those who have passed on that were saved, to think about the fact that you will see them again in your lifetime, if the world ends before we pass away, then it's like you will see them rise again in your lifetime. And that's really powerful, because when you think about, if you're a Christian and you know that your loved ones die and go to heaven, and you know that you're going to die and go to heaven, and you know that you're going to see each other again one day, you don't think of it in terms of it happening soon. You think of it in terms of it happening so far away that it feels like it's never going to get here. Because when you think about dying and going to heaven, you don't think that it's something that's going to happen right away. But for all we know, it could happen tomorrow, you know? So I think it's amazing. You know, a lifetime goes by, I'm so out of frame. A lifetime goes by really fast. It's unfortunate that some people don't get to live an entire lifetime, but if you are fortunate enough to live an entire lifetime, when you're 70 years old or 90 years old, you're going to look back at your life and think, wow, that was really fast. You know, it didn't feel like 70 or 90 years. It felt really fast. So no matter how long we live our life here on earth, the time that we spent here will be gone in the blink of an eye, and that will be how fast we will see our loved ones again. And I think that's really special. I think that's a really great way to look at death if you've had someone close to you die. And just remind you that they're not gone. They really are so close. They're as close. I think that they can be as close to you as Jesus is close to you. So I think that their spirit still can wander the earth and be with you, but it just makes me realize how close they really are, because they're just there waiting, you know. They're right there. They're not that far. And if I died tomorrow, I would be that much closer to them. I hope that I don't die tomorrow, but no matter when I do die, it will still come pretty fast. And you know, that'll be how fast I can see my loved ones again and hug them again. And yes, hug them because of what I just told you about. You know, if we are going to be anything like Jesus, we will have physical bodies and you will recognize them. So isn't that so sweet? So it's perfect timing because everyone just left the room and I just got ready to film. So I just wanted to show you real quick what I'm gonna have for dinner, because I'm getting ready to start cooking dinner. We're gonna have some Reuben sandwiches. I'm not gonna do anything too fancy. I just take this canned corned beef and crumble it up and fry it up and put a little sauerkraut on top. And then I'm going to put that on some soft rye bread with some mozzarella cheese sprinkled on top. My husband took over the kitchen for a minute because I'm going to sit here and try to continue to work on some Bible study while supper's cooking. I just wanted... Oh!
It died, didn't it?
No, he just got up.
Oh, okay. It got up.
I wanted to show you... I'm not even going to put this in there now.
Yeah. What was going on?
I wanted to show how Hugo sits in front of the stove every time we're cooking. And as soon as I turn the camera towards him, he freaking gets up.
We're going to do something to distract him.
Stop.
Oh yeah, do I trust you 24/7?
So dinner's finished now. We're finished eating, and I just sat at the table for 30 minutes trying to figure out Tina's Facebook password because she messed up her phone. Her baby messed up her phone. So,
Hi.
this is Anthony, and I just
Okay,
wanted to let you
now,
know that we're done eating.
how do
I'm
I-
gonna go do something else now. Yes.
Okay, now how do I get out of this message crap here that you done got in?
You hit. Well, let's see here. This is your home page right here, so you can go back there. Well, I didn't need to click on that. So that's gonna be your home page.
Okay.
This is Tina playing on Facebook. The doggy wanting to eat some pie.
My husband, that's miserable because he ate 2 slices of pie.
What does that mean? Tap to save, only you can see the things you save. I'm trying to get that off your phone right there.
That's gay. Oh, I just tapped it.
Well,
I think
They
you
keep
just.
put that in video.
I think it's just a tip.
that's gay. That's gay.
I think it's just a tip, so you can tap it to get out of it. Okay, fellas, ladies, and women, and men, and some stuff. I'm leaving to go.
Where
I don't know. You know what? I'll tell you a funny story.
Tell me a funny story.
I used to talk to Daddy on the phone when I lived at Mama's house, and they were divorced and stuff. We used to have to call in throughout the week to talk to him, and I'd say, hold on a minute, Daddy, and he'd say, okay, and I'd get off the phone and I'd go up the hall and do something. I don't know what I did, and I'd come back down the hall and pick the phone up, and I'd say, okay, I'm back, and he'd say, where'd you go? I'd say, well, I went up the hall.
That's great. It's a great story here.
It was such a wonderful memory. Okay, so anyway, well, let's see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I probably should have turned the camera on.
Yeah, way to go. You finished your Bible study?
It's 7:08, and I'm pretty much getting ready to wrap this video up for the day. So I think what I'm fixing to go do now is start editing my contouring video, and then probably start editing this video unless anything interesting happens before then, and I'll start filming again. And after that, I'm going to be going to bed and getting up early in the morning to go to, actually I'm going to finish my Bible study before I go to bed, but then I'm going to be getting up early in the morning to go to Bible study class, and so I'll probably see you tomorrow. So, bye.
Bye. Turn it off.